All right. So, good morning, everyone. We're sticking with upper body today. You'll need your strap, a couple blocks as I take my socks off. Go ahead and grab your strap right now because we're going to start with um, in a seated pose. So, find your comfortable seated pose like you would normally. And then hopefully your strap will be long enough. All I want you to do is take the strap behind you and put it right at the base of your shoulder blades and have kind of equal distance on either side of the straps. And we've done this before, so hopefully it won't be a mystery. Throw one side over your shoulder, throw the other side over your shoulder, and just snug it a little bit. And then reach behind for those same straps and pull down on the straps, not super hard. Make sure there's no twists and things in your strap. And then, if you can, I'll turn around just so you can see. Crisscross the back. Don't worry about gathering it in the front, just hold on to either end. So it is crisscrossed around your back. And then just hold it kind of down to your side. If it's a shorter strap and your hands are up here somewhere, just kind of let your hands be heavy. And then notice how that opens up your shoulders. So we start here, don't not again, not really pulling or anything, but just allowing the strap to draw the shoulders back, to bring everything into alignment, and then imagine the head drawing back as well. Low belly is just slightly toned. And we start to take a deep breath. Now you'll know your strap is too tight if your fingers start to get tingly or numb. And if that's the case, just loosen up or don't pull so hard. If your strap is long enough and you don't want to hold it, you can just tie a little knot in it and and let it go. So either way, but it just feels good to draw those shoulders back to the side body. You hear me say that almost every class. And this gives you hopefully a sense of what that means. So start to draw the breath in and let it go. Taking the breath in deeper and letting it go. And even as you take a deep inhale, feel the strap against the shoulders and then behind the back and breathe into the strap. That's it. A few more right here. Good. One more very focused breath here. Feeling that strap, pressing the breath into the strap. And then keeping the strap, keeping a little bit of tension on it. Drop your chin to your chest. You might notice that the chin doesn't drop quite as deeply because the shoulders are staying back. We're not allowing it to round. And just breathe. And then take left ear to left shoulder. As you exhale, bring the head just straight across to the other side. And then down to your chest, over to the left, up and across to the right and down. Good. One more here. Take it left, take it up and across. Down to your chest. Pause right here. Chest is nice and tall. Shoulders are staying at your side body. Don't over grip your strap. And then take right ear to right shoulder and up and across and down. Now, some of you may be lifting your chin as you do this. If you do, just be really mindful of not overlifting or dropping your chin. or dropping the back of the head toward the back. It's just not really helpful for the neck. Good. And up, crossed. The last one, tuck your chin over to the right and up, over to the left, and down to your chest. Hold right there. And then really pull on your strap if you've got the room, if you've got the space to really pull the shoulders back and feel the stretch at the back of your neck. Hold on to the strap, lift your head, maybe lift the chin a little bit, look at the ceiling. If that hurts your neck in any way, don't do it. And release it. Good. And then just take that strap off. That's one of my favorite things to do with the strap and the shoulders. If you do a lot of desk work, it's super helpful to keep those shoulders nice and open. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, your right hand down to the mat. Take the left arm over. Circle it through center. Bring it up the left side. Reach over to the right again. And circle. We got one more here. Reach up. Exhale. Circle. Take the arm up. Hold. Good. Reach the right arm up. Take the left hand down. And reach over to the left. Circle around. Warming up our upper bodies. Inhale up. And stretch it, circle. There we go. Good. One more. Reach it over. Circle it around. Take that arm up. Hold your other arm up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and stretch. Back to center. Grab. Stretch. Good. One more, both sides. And stretch. Good. And last one. And center, everybody. Reach the fingers up nice and tall and exhale down. Good. Roll your shoulders. Grab your strap again. Excuse me. So watch out for your buckle end. I say that a lot because I have been known to hit myself in the head with that buckle. So your strap is nice and wide as your shoulders or wider. If you're sitting cross-legged, I always find it easy to kind of mark my knees and then go wider than that. Take the arms up and pause for a moment here. Draw the shoulder blades down the back and then see how it feels to pull the strap apart. Be mindful, right? Overhead work can be hard on the shoulders, but as we draw the shoulders down, keep the neck free, right? We should have not too many issues there. Once you've got some nice tension on that strap, bend your elbows and pull back behind you, all the way down and all the way up. Here we go. Squeeze down. You'll feel those shoulder blades come together, maybe all the way down the shoulder blades and down. And bring it up. Two more here. Squeeze it down. Don't overgrip your strap. Reach up and down. Good. Reach it up. Listen up. You're just going to take it over to the right. So my left arm is straight up. My right arm is straight out. And hold. Take it center. Go the other way. And take it center. This time I want you to bend your left elbow and bring the strap as far down to the ground as you can. And inhale up, bend your right elbow, left hand comes down to the earth. One more, both sides. Bend, excuse me. And up, last side. Stretch and reach up. Reach the strap back, see if you can find your tight spot. If you're feeling like you're doing a double jointed thing, make that strap wider. Soften your fingers and then see if you can lengthen through the wrist, right? It's real easy to flex those wrists here. So see if you can lengthen out through the wrist so they're pretty straight. How far back you go is up to you. Maybe that strap goes all the way back between the shoulder blades. Whoo, yeah. Big deep breath and then just let it sail down behind you and let the strap go. Set it aside. Straighten your legs. Holy moly. Already. So I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see what I'm doing here. Your legs are bent, you're and active, so give a little pull back on the heels. Take your hands behind you, but your fingertips are pointing forward. Now, depending on your wrists, you might turn your hands more out to the side. There should be zero pain in your wrist. And then bend your elbows like you're going to lay back. And then just push yourself up. Good. And if flat hands does not work for you, you're on fingertips, okay? So mind the wrists. Bend and reach back and then push away from that floor purposefully. Here we go. Reach back and push. Good. Reach it back. Keep those elbows from splaying out to the sides and push. One more here. Reach back and push and then hold. Again, you're either flat palm or on fingertips. Your hands are comfortable. I want you to reach the chest forward. Keep the chin level or slightly tucked and release it. Come all the way down to the floor. All the way down. And then scoot down on your mat so that when you reach the arms overhead, you can get to the corners of your mat with pretty straight arms. Don't have to be perfectly straight. You're holding on to the little corners of your mat, and I want you to pull that mat apart and breathe. And as you do so, draw the belly in, draw the ribs in so you have a neutral spine, not an arched back. And pull the or the mat apart and just feel that. And then pull the mat away from you as if you can make your mat longer. So I'm pushing it or I'm pulling it away from me and making the arms even longer. Draw the belly in, draw the ribs in. Now pull the mat apart one more time. Relax your head, your neck. Pull it away from you and then release. Oh, and come to cactus arms, right? And just notice that, right? Notice how that felt for you. Draw both knees up to 90 degrees, tone the belly in. Good. And allow both knees to go over to the right really slowly. And see if you can keep your left shoulder, left elbow plastered to the floor. And you may notice if you're looking at the screen, my left knee is not all the way down yet, right? And it may not be down just yet because I'm keeping my left side plastered to the floor. All right, lift your left knee up, lift your right knee up. Let's go to the other side. Slowly lower the knees. Keep your right shoulder, right elbow, right hand on the floor. You may not go very far. Inhale, right knee up, left knee up. Let's go to the other side. Use your breath, exhaling as you lower those legs, inhaling as you bring them up and over to the left. You might be feeling a nice stretch in your chest as you stretch and twist. Good. Bring it up. One more, both sides. Slow, slow, slow. Pause at the bottom. Let that stretch happen. I can really feel the difference right side to left side. Bring the knees to center. Exhale those knees to the left. Breathe. And inhale, center. Exhale, let your hands or your feet come back to the floor. And then straighten both legs, straighten both arms overhead, and reach as far as you can in both directions. That's it. Big deep breath. And release it. Bend your knees. Let your arms come back down to your sides. Turn over to one side and come on back up to a seat. So again, find the seat that works best for you. Excuse me. Goodness. Take your left arm out to the side. Your right hand goes to your chest, right in the center of your chest. And I want you to push that hand into your chest and kind of keep it there. And then spread the fingers wide on the left and start to reach the arm back, but resist with the right hand. So I'm actually pulling my chest back to the right as my left hand reaches back. Yep, breathe. And then lower the hand down a little bit, left hand down, and reach it up. But keep the tension. Good. Exhale. We're stretching these chest muscles that can get so tight. And up. Good. Down and up. One more right here. Just stretch, stretch, stretch. Resist on that right side and up. Good. Take the same left arm out to the side. Bring it across. Release your right hand. Take it all the way to your shoulder. And and then slide your right hand down your arm all the way through your elbow. You'll feel big stretch on that outer arm. And then reach it back up to your shoulder. One more time, just as if you were going to massage or make that arm longer. And back to your shoulder and release. Maybe you feel the difference one side to the other. All right, right arm out, palms face forward, left hand to your chest. You're resisting, so there's some pressure there. And bring the left arm or the right arm back. Resist on the left. And lower the hand down. Maybe you tap your pinky and reach up. Good. Oh, stretch that baby out. Here we go. Reach it up. We got two more after this. Notice tension, head, neck, right? Keep it soft and up. One more here, down and slow and up. And then take that arm out to the side, bring it across, release your left hand all the way to your right shoulder, and then slide that across and bring it back and slide it across and bring it back, open it up, release it, roll it out. All right, we got one more here. So I'm turning back to the side so you can see. Straighten the legs, bend the knees, dig your heels in. Place your hands behind you in any way that makes sense. So this is usually taught with fingers toward your hips. For me, I don't really like that so much. I turn my hands more out to the sides, but then really plant the hands, like feel the fingers dig into your heels and lift up your hips and lower down. Good. Lift up. Easy, easy. And down. Three more. Push into your hands. Upper body strength. And down. Good. Last one. Push and down. Good. Have a seat. Legs out in front of you. Dandasana. Reach the arms up. Really energize those legs. Fire everything up. And release. Good. We have one more here. You're going to come back where you were. Okay. You're planting the hands. Make sure you take those hands and wrists in a place that feels okay for you. Choices. Either you're going to do what we just did, which is this, right? Lift up and down, or you're going to walk those feet out a little bit more so that when you lift, you come up a little higher, but then you slide your butt back and stay off the floor a little bit and lift up. Exhale, press back and up and back. Whew. Last one. Reach up and back and drop and take the arms up. Good. Just breathe. Just stretch it out. I know that's a lot. That is a lot. And shake it out. All right. Release that pose. Come on up to your hands, your knees. I'm going to take this heavier sweater off. I think I've got myself warmed up. So you're on your hands and your knees. You're in a nice neutral spine position. Maybe you take those hands a little wider than your normal, and definitely take your knees wider than normal. Your feet can come close together. And as you exhale, come into a really strong cat pose. Let the head drop, draw your belly in, push yourself away from the floor. And as you release, feel the shoulders get wider, tailbone lifts up, head lifts up. And exhale, curl, 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 push the floor away from you. And up. Good. Last set here. Curl it in. and release it up. And then come to a neutral spine. So really tuck the belly, leave your hands where they are, keep your left hand where it is. Start to release your right hand, take your right hand to your right shoulder and just reach that elbow up to the ceiling and then release it. Place that hand down and wide. Take the left hand to the left shoulder, stretch and take it down, keep it wide. Good. And again, right side, hold, elbows pointing up to the ceiling. Watch your head, watch your neck. Maybe you reach the arm up. Breathe. Hand back to shoulder, back to the mat. Left side, hand to shoulder, hold. Maybe that's where you stay. Watch that tension, head, neck. Extend the arm up, maybe. Hand back to shoulder and down. Good. This time we add on, take those hands a little bit wider. Maybe it's just your thumb and your index fingers on your mat. Press into the hands, tone your belly. Take your right hand to your right shoulder. Watch head and neck. Take the arm up, breathe. This time, eye of the needle. You're going to take that right hand down under your left arm, drop your shoulder. Your left hand is on the floor, your left elbow pointing up. Breathe. Just finding that stretch through your shoulder. Good. And then notice, right, this left hand, you are pressing that left hand into the floor. That's what I want you to use to lift yourself up. So push into your left hand, push, 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 push. Take that right arm back up. And then take that hand to shoulder and release it down. Hands are wide, maybe just your thumbs and index fingers on the mat. The belly tones back in, right? It's easy to drop that low back. So left side, hand to shoulder, extend all the way up. Exhale, eye of the needle, go slow. Reach it across as you drop down on that left shoulder. Your right hand is on the floor, your right elbow pointing up to the ceiling. You're breathing as you stretch the back of that shoulder, the back of the shoulder blade, right? I know at least one of you that has to take it down below 140. You know what I mean, 140%. Good. Press into your right hand. Push. Lift that left arm up. Take the left hand to your shoulder. Release it to the floor. Walk both hands forward. Come into a little puppy stretch. Oh, I love puppy stretch. It's such a nice way to stretch through that upper arm, upper shoulders. Good. Push into your hands, lift up, come back to table pose. Spread the fingers, claw your fingertips into the mat a little bit. Don't overspread the thumbs, right? Keep those equal distance to the rest of the fingers. Flip your toes under and come to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, take both feet wide. So I've got my feet to the edges of my mat. I'm going to start to sway my hips a little bit, but keep the integrity in your hands. Maybe those hands are wider than your normal. Play with that a little bit and see how it feels for you. Big deep breath, everybody. Wrap, remember if you were in class last week, wrap those outer arms out, externally wrapped out. You're holding onto a beach ball with the elbows. The shoulder blades stay nice and compacted. Those collarbones stay really wide. Breathe, tone the belly. And then look through your hands. Squeeze your belly in, step forward, right foot. Step forward, left foot. You're up at the front of your mat. Nice forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Tone to the belly. Watch your low backs. And then bend your knees a whole bunch. Hands come to your knees and press up. Nice job. Grab your strap, everyone. Just a little bit more shoulder opening before we keep going. Take the strap behind you. roughly shoulders width or kind of more hips width, depending on who you are. And I'll turn sideways so you can see. Your palms are face out. I just want you to press those hands back as far as they'll go without your chest, shoulders collapsing. Soon as you drop, you've gone too far. Legs are active, by the way, and then release down. Good. Inhale as you press out. Exhale, drop down. Two more. Reach back and down. Last one. Press out and down. Good. This time I want you to press out, maybe not quite as far, and give me 10 pulses here. So pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe and release. Oh, good. Grab that strap in front of you, the same width that you were just at. Normally we go wider. Legs are active, right? Glutes are active. Inhale, reach the strap straight up. Good. Press the strap apart and then straight down. So pull on the strap. And as you do that, you're going to feel the shoulders and the lats, the side body working. Pull it apart, down. Inhale up. Exhale, pull it apart. Whew. Good. One more right here. Lift. Exhale right in front of you. Hold. Breathe. Draw the shoulder blades. Imagine that strap is around the shoulder blades again. Pull and then twist to your right. Just the arms, not the body. Take it center. Bring it across left, right? Just like we were doing earlier with that stretch of the arms. Bring it across to the right. Whew. And center. Last one. And center. And let go. Nice. Set your strap aside. Have your blocks toward the front of your mat where you can reach them easily. And then from the front of your mat, let's get ourselves a little more warmed up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale it down. Good. Soften the knees. Step back, right leg. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull the arms down to your sides. Whew. Inhale them back up. Exhale them down to the floor. Lift your right knee, step back, downward facing dog. Find your pose, maybe pedal your feet out a little bit. Good. Come to a short plank pose. We'll come back to these later. Wrap that beach ball into the arms. Spread the collarbones, everybody. Squeeze your belly in. Back to down dog. That's it. Find your poses. Look through your hands. Step forward, right leg. Lower your left knee to the floor. Release your back toes. Squeeze it up. Lift up. Breathe. Pull those arms out to your sides. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Lift up. Exhale your hands to the floor. Lift your left knee. Push off to step forward. Squeeze your belly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Pause here, soft shoulders. And breathe. Remember, you can go slower, right? You don't have to keep up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Breathe. Inhale halfway up. And exhale. Soften the knees. Step back, left leg. Lower your knee to the floor. Release your toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull those arms out and down to the side. Inhale it up. Exhale your hands to the floor. Lift your knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Plank pose. You can always drop knees in plank, right? We know this by now. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Finding your upper body strength. Good. Downward facing dog. That's it. Look through your hand, step forward, left leg. Should have been right leg, switch. No, left leg. I had it right. Lower your right knee. Inhale it up. Breathe, pull it down to your sides. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lift your knee and step forward. Bend both knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders, soften it down. Shake out your hands, shake out your wrists. All right, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Soften the knees, step back, right leg. Your right knee is up or down. It's going to be up to you. Inhale, reach the arms up. Little bit more challenge if you're in high lunge. Exhale, take it to the floor. Good. Step back, downward facing dog. Take your time here. Breathe. Plank pose. No chaturangas. We're going to do those later. You know we are. Breathe. And down dog. Nice job, everyone. Find your pose. Claw into the mat. Open up your shoulders. Look through your hands. Step forward, right leg. Squeeze through your core. Your left knee is down or up. Inhale, reach up. Breathe. Fire up your back leg. Find your alignment. Exhale. Oh, pull your arms down. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward. Woo. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. We got one more side. You know we do. Take it up. Exhale it down. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Soften both knees. Step back, left leg. Your choice, knee up or knee down. Let's take those arms up and breathe. Bend the elbows, squeeze down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Plank pose. Knees up, knees down. Find your breath. And down dog. That's it. Look through your hands. Step forward, left leg. Fire up those legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down. Listen up. You're going to walk yourself to the side. Turn your toes forward. So you're in a wide leg forward fold. Bend your knees. Hands to knees. Inhale all the way up. Woo, that helps warm us up, doesn't it? Good. Grab one of your blocks. Sorry, I should have cued that. In fact, while you're at it, just grab both blocks and have them in front of you, and then hold on to one of them. That's it. So take the block wide between your hands. Don't wrap your fingers around though. Just take it wide. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, keep those elbows close to your ears. Bend the elbows so that that block comes back behind you. And inhale up, lower down. Good. Now let's come into squat. Bring those legs in. Toes are pointed enough out to the side to make your knees happy. Here we go. Lift up. Bend the elbows. Lift up. Take it down. Inhale it up. Exhale. Don't let those elbows splay out if you can help it. And down. 3 more. Lift up. Bend the elbows. Take it back up and down. 2 more. Lift up. Bend your elbows and up and down. Good. Last one. Reach up. Squeeze those elbows close in. Take it up and down. Good. Roll your shoulders. Take that block to your right thigh and just hold it there. You're still in squat, by the way. I'm still in squat. So if you need a break, just straighten the legs for a moment and then squat back in. Push that block into your leg. Push your hand into your block, into your leg. Take the left arm up and take it over. And release. Good. Same side. Reach up, reach over, and down. 3 more. Reach up, push that block into your leg, and down. What are we doing here? We're creating resistance. We're making that right wet leg work way harder. Good. Last one. Reach up, reach over, and back down. Hold in the middle, and then switch sides. Check your knees, everybody. Make sure your knees aren't curling into the center. Block is on your left. You're pushing into that block. You're hanging into that squat. Inhale, right arm up and over and down. Good. This is 2. Stretch. And 3. Woo. That's it. Feel those legs, tone the belly. And 4. And down. Last one. Reach. And down. Good. Take that block right back in front of you. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Good. Careful here. Press into the block. Don't grab it. Just press in gently. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. You're going to come right to a forward fold. So big, deep bend of the hips. You can have both blocks under your hands. Maybe turn those toes forward. Squeeze the inner thighs toward each other. And breathe. Now, some of you will have the space and flexibility to bring your elbows to your blocks. Some of you not, so don't worry about it. Press, excuse me, goodness. Press back into your hips. Find your breath. Breathe. Good. Soft knees, everybody. One hand to one block, one hand to the other block. I want you to lift halfway up. And then bend the elbows to come back down. Push hard into your blocks, lift halfway up. Bend the elbows back to lower. 3 more. Push as if you were pushing your whole body weight away from the floor. And down. 2 more. Push. And down. Last one. Push into the blocks. You're halfway up. Heel toe your feet back towards center. Bend your knees. Lift your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale your hands to the heart. Roll your shoulders. Find your breath. Shake it out. Good. Grab your blocks. Put them back to the front of your mat. I'm going to take a little sip of tea. I love when this happens. All right. So you're back at the front of your mat. Your blocks are right there. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Good. Soften both knees. Step back to downward facing dog. Here we are again. And then lower down to your knees. Take your knees wide, your feet together. Your left hand is toward the edge of your mat. Grab your block in your right hand. And then just take it up to the ceiling. Take it back behind you. Maybe you reach all the way back. Take it back up to the ceiling and take it down. Same side, 2 more. Reach it up on purpose. Reach it back behind you. Maybe you tap your opposite hip. Reach it up. Take it down. Last one here. Reach up and take it across. Reach it back up and take it down. Good. Switch sides. I'm just going to turn around since I don't have the room here. Your right hand is more to the edge of your mat. Your knees are wide. Belly squeezes, by the way. Inhale, reach up. Reach it behind your back. Reach it up and down. Here we go. 2 more. Reach up. Reach it back and behind. Opening up these shoulders and up and down. We're reversing all that computer work, all that driving, all the forward arm stuff we do all day long. And up. Take it down. Good. If your knees allow, I want you to come up on your knees and bring your knees back to neutral. If your knees don't allow that, I know at least one, you're just going to take 1 foot forward. Good. Take that block behind you. And instead of just pressing out, you're going to bend the elbows and bring the block up your back and down. And up. And down. Here we go. 3. Down. 4. You got it. Down. Last one. Bring it up and down, and then press that block away from you. Pull the shoulders back, everybody. Lift your chest. Lift it even more, even more, even more. Maybe you squeeze your hips. Maybe that block starts to descend a little. Don't go deep. Chin stays level. And release it. And set that block down. Yeah, baby. All right, let's go. Back to those hands. Back to your knees. Flip your toes under, downward facing dog. Actually, let's come at it from this. So come on back down to your knees. I do want you to be mindful here, just in case it will bother your hands. I don't think it will. I want you to grab the corners of your mat so that your knuckles start to tuck under, those first part of your knuckles, but your palms are fully on your mat. Don't over grab. See if this feels okay for you, okay? And then I want you to come to down dog from here. Once you're in down dog, I want you to pull the mat away from you. This should not hurt your fingers, the ones that are tucked under. If it does, come on out, regular down dog. So feel the slight pull of the mat away from you. Feel the activity of the arms, especially the shoulders and the side back muscles, latissimus dorsi. Big old muscles here that work to support your pose. Breathe. Bend your knees so that they're nice and deep. The knee bend is nice and deep. And work through your arms here. That's it. Find it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Release one hand flat, other hand flat. You're back into a regular downward facing dog. Press into the fingers. Press into the rack of knuckles. Engage your arms. Look through your hands. Step forward, right leg. Step forward, left leg. Listen up. Bend your knees all kinds of deep, like really deep. And then palm face up. You're going to step on your hand. How far you go is up to you. Step on both hands. Keep a nice deep bend of the knees. Some of you are going to be able to straighten those legs. Wherever you are, I want you to dig your toes into the base of your thumbs and the base of your palms. This should feel good. It's kind of like giving yourself a weird little hand massage. Just dig your toes into your palms, keep your knees bent. It's stretching the backs of your wrists. And then release one hand, release your other hand, bend your knees. Lift your chest. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Whew. Let your hands come down at your side body and just feel Feel your shoulders, right? Oh, they really start to open up. I hope. I hope they start to feel opened up. And then take your legs just a little bit wider than hips width apart. Take that right hand back to your to center of your chest. Take the left arm out. Now this time, as we stretch back, we're going to resist, but then we're going to twist with it. Let the knees be soft. Let the feet pivot. Just take it all the way back behind you. And then take it center. Allow the ankles to move. Switch hands. Left hand out, right arm up. Start by just taking it back with chest static, and then swivel on your wrists, swivel at your waist, and take it back. Bring it forward. Good. One more, both sides. Out, open, swivel, breathe, and center. Left hand center out. Start to take it back. Allow the knees and the ankles to swivel and take it forward. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands, palms together. Take the arms only as low as you can. Keep those wrists centered. Turn the fingers down. Turn them up and down. Good. And up. Reach up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Heel toe those feet out so you're back in a wide leg, forward fold. Find your breath. You're going to walk your hands toward the right. You're going to swivel both feet so that you're back in a high lunge on the right with your right foot forward. Your left hand is on the floor, or you're at fingertips, or you're at a soft fist here. Just keep that wrist straight if you go for soft fist. Take your right hand to your shoulder. Open it up to the right, squeeze your left leg, and then peel that right arm up to the ceiling. Watch the head, watch the neck. Internal rotation of your right arm, reach it behind you. Work for that opposite side, back or hip. You got it. Reverse the way you did it. Take the arm up. Take the hand to the shoulder. Lower that hand down. Walk your hand center. You're back to wide leg forward fold. Keep on walking to the left. Adjust your pose. Your legs are wide enough. Your right hand, soft fist or palm of the hand. Left hand to left shoulder. Open it up. Squeeze the right side, by the way. Keep it active. Take the arm up. Big stretch. Reach that hand behind you, opposite side waist. Open up the shoulder. Reverse, take it up. Take the hand back to the shoulder, then lower it down. Walk yourself back to center. Bend your knees, hands to your knees. Come on up. Shake out those shoulders, shake out those hips, heel toe the feet in until they're about hips width apart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep the palms together. Bend the knees and come into a little chair pose. Doesn't have to be deep. Keep the chest lifted. My thumbs are touching my chest to remind it to stay tall. Belly is toned in. Good. Reach one arm up, one arm down. And switch. And switch. And switch. Yep. If your legs are getting tired, just add the legs, like stand up and squat. Stand up and squat. Good. Stay with it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back to heart. Push those hands in, palms touch. Spread the arms out like big wings and bring them in. Arms out and in. Arms out. And in. Still in that squat. Last one. Arms out and in and stand up. Reach those arms up, everybody. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Find your downward facing dog. Find your breath. Breathe. When you're ready, left foot forward. That was a big step for me. Walk your hands to the middle, walk your feet so they're all pointing forward. You're in your wide leg forward fold. Soften the knees, hands to knees. Come on up. Woo, shake it out. All right. So, eagle arms. Take the arms out to the sides. Cross your right elbow under your left. Bend the arms. So some of you are here. Elbows are hooked, right? Hands are away from each other. Some of you might just grab like a finger hold so that you have a connection, but you're not trying to go palm to palm. And it's not even for me palm to palm, it's really fingers to palm. And just feel that stretch. So start by lifting the elbows and then lowering them. And lift up and lower. Lift it up and lower. Good. This last one here, I want you to lift up maybe halfway. Hold that position, whichever one you've chosen. Squeeze the heck out of your belly and take the torso forward to a forward fold. If this is too much for you, unleash those arms. For me, my fingertips are touching the floor. I'm pretty rounded here. Try not to round in the back, like don't, stay more neutral spine, but the shoulders are rounded, this really nice eagle pose arms. Just breathe. Head is heavy. Breathe into your back body, everyone. And then bend your knees a bunch. Squeeze your belly a bunch because it's harder to come out than in. If you have a tender low back, I want you to release arms and use your arms to help you, use your hands to help you come up. Otherwise, big squeeze. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Exhale, release, open those arms, and then take those hands into your back pockets. Maybe turn the head side to side. That's it. Shake it out, release. Let's go to the other side. The arms come out. Left elbow goes underneath. Bend the arms. Find your position. Even if your hands are separate, you still can do this up and down, right? You might feel like one of those airline people that are directing things, but otherwise hook where you can for eagle arms. Squeeze your belly, bend the knees, start to bring your hips back and drop all the way down. You might find one side tighter than the other. You might find interesting sensation. Remember, sensation is different than pain. I will look into sensation and see if it is appropriate, if it feels okay. Head is heavy. Your knees are as straight or as bent as they need to be for your body. Breathe into your back body, everyone. That's it. And then bend the knees a bunch. Remember, low back folks, undo the hands, use your hands to help you up. Otherwise, you're going to start to lift your chest, reach the arms up, and then just take the elbows up and down 3 times because we didn't do that first. Up, down. Last one, lift up and down. Release the arms, take them back to your back pockets and just press the shoulders back. Good, release that, shake it out. Take the legs together. I want you to grab one block. Place that block on the outside of your left foot. Now, this is a balance pose. We're going to do eagle pose, the full pose, just to kind of bring those arms back in again. You might want to be near a wall, something that you can hold onto, a chair, piece of furniture, anything like that. But we're going to start on the easier version of the pose. So here we are. Shake it out. Bend both knees and put your hands on your hips. All I want you to do is take your right foot and step it across and put it on the block. Now, Your left knee is bent and your left knee kind of goes in toward the back of your right knee. So both knees are bent. Hold here, take the arms out, cross your left over your right or your right under your left. That'll be easier to understand. Take your right elbow under your left, find eagle arms. Here we are. This is the beginning version of it, and I love this version. Now, squeeze the legs together, tone your belly. Some of you are going to be able to just lift that foot off your block and stay in place. Good, breathe. Place that foot back down, release your arms, and release your legs. Good, let's go to the other side. Block is to the outside of your right foot. Hands are to your hips, bend both knees, step across. Bend your back knee. You cannot do full eagle pose if your back knee is straight. I'm pretty confident. Arms out, left elbow under right. Find your arms. Hold your pose, squeeze your belly, squeeze the legs. Maybe you take your left foot off the floor or off your block. Goodness. Woo. And foot back, release, and release your pose. All right, let's go back to the first side. Now, this time it's block or no block. If that was tricky for you, I want you to stay there, arms engaged, and just play with the lift, no lift off of your block, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna bend both knees, hands come to your hips. Step your right leg across, and either you're gonna go shin to shin, really side shin, right? Or you're gonna wrap that leg around and hook the foot behind. Not everybody can do this. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's not you. Bend to the hips, bend to the knees. Whew, find your balance. If you want to add the arms come out. Right under left. Wow, eagle is really wobbly today. Whew, eagle arms. Has nothing to do with all that hiking, nothing. Breathe. Hold. Calm down. I'm telling myself that. Calm down. And release it. Holy moly, was that a disaster for me? That's all right. Shake it out. Find your pose. Bend your knees, hands to hips. Cross your left over your right. You're either going to stay here or your foot's on your block or you're going to hook. There you go. Maybe your hands are to your heart. Maybe the arms open up. Maybe your left goes under your right for eagle pose. Breathe, everybody. Yeehaw. Release your arms. Release your legs. Shake it out. That was some interesting information for me. All right. Hips were tighter than I thought. Come on back to your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Hands to the floor. Step back to downward facing dog. Lower down to your knees. And just come into either child's pose or hero pose. And just take a moment to rest. We've been doing quite a bit of flow today. So take a moment here. Excuse me. All right, come on up. You're going to take both of your blocks and stack one on top of the other, both at the lower level. So we're going to play with a little bit of arm strength plus chaturanga, okay? So again, be mindful and just see where we go. We're going to take this in stages, going from this level and taking it lower as our bodies allow. So once you have those blocks stacked, take your hands in front of it. You might have to adjust the blocks and where they are. You're on your knees and you're in a half plank. I like to bend my knees and cross my ankles. That keeps my legs active. And if you were to drop into a little push up, right, you would hit the center of your chest with your blocks. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Your hands are wide. You've gathered up that beach ball, right? Shoulders are wide, belly squeeze. All I want you to do is keep the elbows from splaying out, but bend and tap your block and then push up. Here's the hard part. Left hand to your block, push, lift your right hand off the floor. Set both hands down, right hand to your block, push up and lift. What are we doing? Single arm lifts, right? Both hands down, good. Little bit of a push up, right hand up, lift your left, both hands down, left hand lift, both hands down. Good, one more here. It's a little bit of a chaturanga. Push up, left hand up, down both hands, right hand up, both hands down, and pause. Okay, I don't want to overdo it. So we're going to get a lot of work here. You're going to take both blocks and set them on end the other way so that it's actually a little bit lower than when they were both stacked, just a little bit. You're back where you were. Tone your belly, tap the blocks, push one hand center of both, lift the other. Down with both. You can add a little bit of push up in there if you're feeling strong. Hand to both blocks, lift. Both hands down, push up. Left hand, right arm up. Both hands down, push. Right hand presses left arm up. One more set here. We're doing 3 of each. Down, push up. Watch those elbows. Try to train them back more than outward. That's it. And rest. I know, right? So it's that motion. It's this motion of pushing and using a single arm, because many of us are one side dominant. Usually whatever our writing hand is our stronger arm. This is giving us a chance to use both independently. Now, 1, you stay here. 2, you stack them back up. 3, you get rid of 1. This is the hardest because it's the lowest, right? So be mindful, keep the integrity of the arms and the latissimus dorsi muscles, these side muscles that are really nice and strong. You're in a half plank. So squeeze your belly. Here we go. So push up or chaturanga. Left hand hits the block, right arm lifts. Both hands down. Push. Whoops, I missed one side. Push your right hand in, lift your left. Both hands down. Chaturanga. Push. Left hand to the block, right arm up. Both hands down. Push. Right hand to the block, left. One more set. Both hands. Push. Left hand. Down. Last one, everyone. Woo. Push. Right hand. Good. Both hands. Just see if you can go for a slow chaturanga. And push up. Release your block. Maybe you find child's pose. Maybe you find puppy stretch. Right? Everybody breathe. And if you've chosen child's pose, come to puppy stretch. Hands are spread, arms and hands are spread out in front of you. Hips and knees line up. Drop your forehead. And then walk your hands to the right and just stretch that left arm. You can even press the hips toward the left a little bit to really stretch through that part of your body. That's it. And center. Walk those hands to the left or to the left. Reach with the right arm. Maybe the hips shift right a little bit. And center. And then come on down to your bellies. Don't get too comfy. Just come on down to your bellies. Let your head rest for a minute. Nice neutral spine. Let your shoulders rest. Find your breath. That's it. And then take your arms out in cactus pose. I'm going to take my glasses off so I don't lay on them. Your forehead is to the floor. Your arms are in cactus pose. Your legs are long. Press into your pubic bone. And lift your elbows and arms off the floor so they're level with your shoulders. And then squeeze into your belly to lift the rest of your torso. So the head lifts, but don't lift the chin. You're looking at your mat, you're squeezing your shoulder blades. And lower down. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. I know these are hard. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Listen up. You're going to pull the elbows to your side body. You're going to reach the arms back behind you. So you're in locust pose, shoulders pull back. My palms are face in, my thumbs are pointing down. Lift the legs. Locust pose. Don't lift the chin. Breathe. How high you lift your torso is not about your head, it's about your back body muscles. And lower down, everybody. Turn your head to one side. Bend your knees and windshield wiper your feet. Good. Lower your legs. Come to Sphinx pose. We're almost done. Hang in there with me. Come to Sphinx pose. So you're on your elbows. Elbows are shoulders width apart. Your fingers are spread out. Your pubic bone presses into the mat. And as you do that, right? So just notice that for a second. As you press into the pubic bone, the tailbone gets longer. The low belly moves away from the floor a little bit, right? And we find length in the lower back. Tops of the feet are a little bit active. Maybe you lift the knees off the floor just a little bit and really activate the legs, and then soften the knees back down. Tuck your chin and then lift up as if you're smelling a flower. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And last one, tuck. And lift. Good. And then lower down. We're almost there. We're in the final stretch. Breathe. Maybe shake out your hips. All right. So take your hands. So we're moving to a cobra pose, but a little bit different one than our normal. I want you to take your hands on either side of your shoulders. Your forehead is to the floor. Your elbows draw toward your side body, but then also they draw down toward the hips a little, just so you're not scrunching your shoulders. I find for me, cobra pose, I'm taking my hands wider than right under shoulders, which is how it is normally taught. So maybe your hands are a little wider, your elbows are to your side body. Press into your fingers. Don't lift your head, but start to lift your torso, right? And your head will lift, but it's hanging a little bit. And then lift your head. Squeeze the elbows toward each other. Now, here's where I want you to go. I want you to find a low cobra and then lift your hands off the floor and breathe. Don't lift the chin, it's really hard, right? You're gazing forward, but not up. Breathe. So, work your back body here, everybody, to find that lift without the hands. Now, place the hands back on the floor. Maybe you lift up. Elbows are soft. They're towards side body, but not over squeezing, right? Shoulders are away from the ears. The head is neutral. Stretch that front belly. Start to lower down slow. Lift your hands one more time. Woo. Take the feet off the floor. Reach the arms forward optionally. Locust pose. Woo. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And let go. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper your feet. Holy moly. All right, little shoulder stretch here. I want you to take your right knee out to the right side. Lift up high enough to take your right arm out, or sorry, your left arm across, palm face up. And then if it's okay for your shoulder, I just want you to lay on that left arm. It's underneath your chest. Your head can drop, or you can use your right hand to keep your head more neutral, or you can turn your head to one side. Good. Breathe, everybody. If this feels okay, you can straighten your right leg back down and put a little bit more weight on that arm. Just be gentle. Breathe. If you have straightened your right leg, take it back out to the side. That's just going to help you move off of your left arm a little bit more. Lift your torso enough to take your left arm out. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left out to the side. Take your right arm under. It's kind of a weird eye of the needle, right? Your palm is face up, not face down. And then lower back down onto that arm. You're okay here, feels good. Straighten the left leg. That's going to add more weight to the arm. Just breathe. Big shoulder stretch here. And then slide your left knee back out to the side, just so you're able to move your right arm out from under you, straighten that leg. Turn onto one side and then turn onto your back. Goodness gracious. Reach the arms overhead. Palms are face up, soft, soft elbows. Straighten the legs long. And just breathe. Consistently working the upper body, it's so important. Take the arms to cactus pose. Press your shoulders, elbows, and the backs of your hands into the floor. Bend your knees. Draw your knees to 90 degrees. Slowly lower your knees to the left, pressing the right shoulder, right elbow, right hand toward the floor. Don't force it. And breathe. Relax your jaw. Smile at your efforts and your willingness and your ability on this wonderful Mother's Day. Soften your fingers, soften your hands, don't overpress. And then bring one knee to center, bring the other knee to center. And as you're ready, lower your knees to the right, keeping the left shoulder, left elbow, left hand on the floor as much as you can. Don't overpress though, keep it soft. You might notice a difference from doing this at the beginning of class to now. Breathe. Feel how the softness and the calmness comes back to your body so quickly. Good. Bring one knee to center, the other knee to center, both feet back to the floor. I want you to hug yourself. Just wrap those arms around your front chest, hands to opposite shoulders. And then switch which elbow is on top. And then finally, just take the hands to the back of your neck. We did this last time. It can get tense back here when we're doing all this shoulder and upper body work. So just give your back of your neck a nice massage. Just dig the pads of those fingers in there. And then walk the hands down to your shoulders. Your fingers grab those upper shoulders and just stretch them a little. And then allow your hands to come down to your sides, your legs to straighten and go wide on your mat. And let's come to Shavasana finally. Feel your jaw soften, feel the tongue soften, the backs of the eyes soften. And maybe for a moment, tap into that mother energy. Does not have to be your mother, can be any person in your life that provides that essence of love and care and concern and mothering. And it could be male or female. Know that that is a part of you and a part that we can grow and expand and share as much as we want. It just doesn't go away. And if you happen to be thinking of your own mom and that is a happy thought, then send love and a thank you to your own mother's love. Soften even more, feeling yourself heavy on the floor, at peace with the world. Feel yourself melt. For those of you who would like to stay in Shavasana, please feel free. For those of you who are ready, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, maybe even shrug the shoulders up toward your ears and let them settle back down again. Draw your knees to your chest. Allow the knees to roll to one side or the other. And very, very slowly come all the way back to your seated pose.